Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting adventure here at Shop Talk. With always your two favorite Pathfinders, Blaster Pro and myself, Disco.
That's right. Yeah, we're both biker scouts.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Cool. So, obviously, no Matt tonight. He's still on. Is it a vacation or just assignment?
Vacation.
Vacation. Matt is still on vacation, so I hope Matt is having fun without us. We're probably going to have a little bit of a short night. I know I said that last week, but we got a lot of feedback and a lot of questions, and that kept the night going last night. So feel free to throw out any questions or anything like that. We don't have much to talk about tonight. We're going to go over this week's or this month's contest, which is, did we decide that's 20 questions this time, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's 20 questions this month. For the giveaway, and the giveaway is going to be on the 27th, and
we do have a new viewer,
Oh.
Curtis Hall.
Cool. Welcome, Chris.
Curtis.
Oh, Curtis. Welcome, Curtis.
Hi, Curtis.
One of my guys I used to work with.
Ah, cool. Well, you're very welcome. And we're giving away this month a Kylo Ren lightsaber. I'm in the process of putting it together, cleaning it up, and getting it ready for paint. Hopefully I'll have this in paint next week, so we'll see it 1 week before the actual giveaway night. But it's coming along great. It looks, I forgot how big these were.
Yeah.
It's a big lightsaber. That will be, I guess it was 2 weeks from tonight will be the giveaway night. It'll be 20 questions. I haven't really just figured out where we're going to be with the questions, what they're going to be. We're probably going to be Star Wars questions, original trilogy stuff. Or we might go off the rails and let Rodney pick again.
Yes. Caravan of Courage, here we come.
So, anyway.
Hi, Daryl.
What's up, Daryl?
Hey, Daryl. So, yeah, that's what's coming up this month, just 2 weeks away. Like I said, I have been working a day job, helping some friends out, so I really haven't been able to do a whole lot down here in a workshop. I'm getting orders out. Most of them are going out on time. I was making molds all weekend. Half of what I tried to make last week, 1 or 2 molds failed out of kits. So,
Sweet.
2 Greebly molds failed, so it's like 1 Greebly out of each mold, but it's like the most important one, and it's the one I don't have doubles of. So, I was making molds all weekend, scope molds and Greebly molds. So there's a few people out there that are have orders that were supposed to go out late last week, and they will be going out mid this week because of the new molds, but you're getting...
So that's tomorrow?
Yeah, some of them will be going out tomorrow, yes. There's a couple kits that are going out tomorrow, and then there's a few built blasters that still need to be painted and finished, and then they're going to go out. Probably starting Thursday. Those will start going out. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with that.
Sounds fantastic.
Yeah, and the traffic on the Etsy store is picking up, which I love to see that. After all the ads were dropped, it's been kind of slow building back up, but it's getting there. It's moving, getting a lot of traffic, getting a lot of likes and favorites, and it's moving pretty good.
What about the YouTube channel?
Huh? Oh, YouTube channel. Well, I don't know. A lot of you, I have a YouTube channel that's got, I think, technically one tutorial that I have finished and it's up. There's another tutorial that's partially made that's going to go up. Hayden did something cool. A few weeks ago, we did a bucket discussion about resin helmets using the Royal Guards. I don't know how long ago. That was a month ago. So, but anyway, he went in and re-edited that to make it more like a how-to type video. And that's now up on my YouTube channel also, so you can check that out if you don't want to watch the whole thing. He's got it condensed more into a point by point as best as he could with some of our ramblings.
Matt Myers is on, and Johnny Dark.
Hey, Johnny Darwish.
Darwish.
Hey, Johnny. He says you're looking.
Oh, I can't see. Thank you, Johnny.
We're if you can't tell,
the screen over here.
That might work
yeah.
better.
If you can't tell, we're a little low energy tonight. I think he's been asleep since we went live.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, I hung out today with Jeff.
And it has been muggy and hot, and we've been very busy at work, so I'm exhausted also. So, the Mando buckets. I remember I promised we would get super busy and get back on that. Joe, hand the bucket over to me. If we remember, May is when we stopped working on it because of the month-long giveaway in May. So I have done work to it. I haven't done any work to the helmet itself because it's actually pretty much ready to go. I got all the lines clean on it. Everything looks good. I need to make the keyholes in the back. I'm going to make them because I wasn't able to come up with anything good. And the ears are done and ready to go on. So it's getting close. We're going to cast this. This month is the plan. What's that?
Are you still planning on filming that and putting that up on the YouTube?
Yes, we're gonna film it, and we're also gonna have parts of that in the live stream because it takes a long time to do a helmet mold. But I'm gonna do a start to finish on it. We're gonna video it, and I'm gonna have to do it on the weekend because I'm working Monday through Friday now. So. But when that's done, as soon as this is done and we have the first pull from this, good, bad, or terrible, the very first pull, once it's done, will be that month's giveaway. And I'm hoping for next month.
You mean Matt's not going to get it?
Matt's not going to get it. Matt normally gets the first of everything. But we're sending the first Mando bucket is going to be a giveaway. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, and I'm looking into some other things with this that I started researching this week. Is possibly doing some sort of a metal casting process. Either I'm doing first layer cold casting. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to actually do pigmenting, but I'm going to try to have the color in the helmet, no paint job, buff it and go.
So you could buff it up, yeah.
Yeah, so
that could be pretty.
They're sounding also. You can see who all's in the stream.
Ah, cool.
So far we got Daryl and
Chris is on. Hey, Chris. Daryl.
Snyder.
Yes. You know Christina.
Oh, okay. I didn't know her last name.
Okay. So
Oh bad.
the plan is, if I can make this work, this helmet won't need to be painted. It will be probably wet sand and polish. And
Anyway, ready to go right out of the box?
well, not out of the box. You're going to have to, yeah, you're probably going to have to do the cleanup and the buffing and the polishing on it. But
We got Dan on. We got Bill.
hey, Bill.
Kenny.
Bill is actually working on Mandalorian helmet right now, and he just painted his bucket not long ago.
I would be down for a cold cast of it. I don't know whose name that is.
Yeah, we actually.
Greetings, everyone. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Being able to catch one of these. It is. Who is that?
Matt. So anyway,
We're terrible at spelling.
we are terrible at names, but anyway.
This is your job.
I can't pronounce my own
Yeah,
name.
that's just what Matt. So anyway, the plan is, I don't know if the first versions of it will be in color, but I've been researching painting and painting techniques, and I've done some chrome type painting before. The technique I really want to use on this is extremely expensive, and
The electroplating?
well, that was the
That
original.
was-
Remember,
oh, yeah.
we actually experimented with electroplating down here in the workshop.
It's Josh.
Josh, what was that, last year? Or yeah, I think it was
It
last
might have
year.
been 2 years ago.
Anyway, we were working with nickel plating. We weren't even trying to nickel plate anything in particular. We were just trying to get plastic nickel plated, and then where we could polish it up. We weren't very successful.
Theoretically, if you put down a tin spray, you're able to put the
Yes.
copper on top of that.
Well,
and
you
then
remember
nickel
I
on top
used
of
that.
and,
I used that weld through copper primer,
Yeah.
which should have worked.
should have worked.
It should have worked, but it didn't. So Maybe we'll do. I mean, I haven't given up on electroplating a helmet. I
Maybe
think
we
it
should
would
use
really,
more Bulldog.
No, Bulldog isn't the problem. Bulldog doesn't conduct very well.
Any Gorilla Glue?
Ah, loving the Bulldog adhesive promoter. Great. It's good stuff. It's great stuff, isn't it, Ed? But anyway, the plan was eventually to have these possibly cold cast or some sort of an impregnated pigment for to simulate the aluminum. I'm thinking, someone already told me in my research that aluminum cold casting, the aluminum might be too dark. So,
Like oxidized dark?
it would look more like steel, possibly. It might have to go with a different type of pigment, and it might be a brush-in pigment.
Steel or like gunmetal gray?
No, not. It may be more like gunmetal gray.
Okay.
Yeah, or polished steel instead of aluminum, much brighter finish. Yeah, more Beskar-like. Yes. But this is something I've been bummed that I haven't been able to work on this as much as I wanted to, because I really had. I love the helmet. It's a great looking helmet, and I want one finished for me. And on top of that, I want other people to be able to get a hold of one. So this is back in the mix. I've been doing work on it. I haven't done anything to the helmet. It's all been ears and the keys in the back. So, but it's coming along and it's moving slower than I want. But I'm taking pieces to work and working on them at lunchtime.
Ed Lee has a comment. Graphite powder conducts for electroplating plastic on the web.
Yes, and we have graphite. So one of the tests we did was a graphite paint mixture, and that kind of worked too. But someone told me if we use graphite, you got to go over it with copper first, and we didn't have any copper. We only had the nickel for electroplating, so we never really have gone back to it. But we have graphite. Matter of fact, I got a lot of graphite for that project, and but I was so stoked about the weld-through primer because it is a conductive copper-based primer for using the automotive for welding panels on cars, like replacing quarter panels and rockers. You clean, grind, and then you spray this primer on that creates a corrosion barrier, but it's also conducts electricity, and you can weld through it, you know, hence the name weld-through primer. And I thought for sure that stuff was going to work, and it did not.
That's what experimenting's for, though, guys.
But yeah, we did experiment. We sat down here and set up our little mad scientist chemistry set over there, and batteries. No, power supply. We used a power supply, didn't we? Yeah. So we were unsuccessful, but we're still
well, keep in
not
mind, we
giving up.
don't get a bunch of amperage out of that power supply either. We might need more amps.
Actually, I think we started with a 9-volt battery on that thing, and then we moved to the power supply. Either way, it didn't work. We tried, and I think we were close. We were getting color over, but it was taking too long. Yeah, that's what it was. We might have to have a nickel vat that we have to sit it in there and keep it in overnight.
Well, you know, we could wire that up, and we could use electromachining.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just stick it into a big block of aluminum, cut it all out, and you can have a helmet that costs you $5,000 or $6,000.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Perfect. Everybody
Exactly. That works for everybody, right? No, but I'm gonna. The best bet is impregnating the color into the cast. So that's what my plan is, and you would probably have to wet sand it with 500 or 600 grit, maybe 600 grit, 600 to 800 grit. And then polish it. If you have a polisher, polish it on a wheel. Slow, don't create a lot of heat. But that's my plan, is use one of my polishers. But I imagine you'll be able to do it by hand also. It'll take forever, but you can polish it up by hand. And I think it'll be a lot more durable. And the painting process is very tricky.
Would you suggest a Dremel for that?
With a polishing wheel, yeah. Oh, well, you know what? I'm actually thinking I'll use a Dremel to get down into the valleys of the cheeks and along here and around the ears, and especially in the keys in the back.
Especially if you have a Dremel that you can control the speed on.
Yeah, and just use a polishing wheel with a little bit of compound. Yeah, I'm planning to use one because my big, I'll use a Shopsmith like I use it for everything else, and I'll put buffing wheels on that, polishing wheels on it, and well, you've done it. You did it.
Yes, I have.
It worked great on your.
We're not talking about that.
It worked great on your blade. How's that?
Yeah,
Do yourself a favor when you get a chance. When we're done, go back and look at our previous shows. And we have an entire one about the Shopsmith.
Yeah, we do. Actually, rolled it out in front of the table.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is actually going to be some more Shopsmith stuff. I'm going to set it up one night and show them, show off how I've turned it into a light duty milling machine, which is a lot of fun. We've used it for a lot of builds, from speeder bike, detention cell. I mean, just about any build we've done. The chair, yeah. We even did, remember the control panels? I milled those out. The Emperor's Throne, the control panels, I milled them out on the Shopsmith. So, yeah. We use it all the time. We're probably going to get ready to pull it away from the wall and make it run until September.
Not making wands again?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Jeff says hi.
Hey, Jeff. There you go. You know what? They're not that expensive. Actually, Harbor Freight sells. Mine's an older set that I got from Eastwood back in the day when I was restoring cars. So I got all the rouge and the polishing compounds and all the different types of wheels for that process of bringing back plastics and chromes and other materials like that. So, but you can pick up a set of buffing wheels at Harbor Freight, and I think they have just general polishing compounds and whatnot that are also available. It's not very expensive. And like I said, I use the Shopsmith. It works good. A little bit of threaded rod, a couple nuts and bolts with some washers, and capture that sucker and chuck it up and go. It works great. But yeah, look forward to this being a finished product or a finished project this month. I can't wait to actually get it done. And once it's done, I'm going to be making a helmet mold out of this. And I got one other thing to make for our secret project that's going to be molded at the same time. So now you know how quick I need to get this done. So anyway, that's the Mando helmet.
Yeah, you've only been talking about that. How many years have we been talking about that? Like 3, I think.
Which one's that?
The conversation we had that started that, the Mando Squad.
Oh yeah. We were
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we came up with another piece. We were trying to, what was it? We were going to put together a Mando Squad, matching different jobs, it's like special forces type thing, and we found a new basic. We got basic, like everybody was going to use the same blaster pistol.
Jason Rutledge is on, and so is Nick.
Hey Jason. Hey Nick.
And Johnny says, anything going on with Luke's lightsaber there?
Yeah, actually, I tried to give that away. That was actually going to be this month's giveaway, and for whatever reason, I switched to Kylo Ren.
That means it's for sale, Johnny.
No, it's not for sale. But what this was during the time my Etsy store was down, trying to get the ads back up. I was coming up with different ideas, and one of the ideas was to sell 3D printed lightsaber kits for like $20, and each one I was going to build them and then photograph it as this is what you can build with this 3D printed lightsaber kit. And this was actually another one, was the Kylo Ren. And I'll probably take pictures of this, and it'll go up if I do finally decide to do that. I may actually create a whole new Etsy page for it because it doesn't really fit with my blasters.
Zach and Miri make a lightsaber?
Zach and Miri make a lightsaber.
There we go.
But anyway, that's what that was to put something else out there, and I kind of stalled on that when I started going to work during the daytime.
You were originally talking about.
Oh yeah.
You never.
So yeah, our Mando Squad. So one of the things we decided to do is we were going to use all the same blasters, unless your job called for a special blaster, like a sniper or whatever. But our pistols were going to be, DL-18s?
I believe so.
So we were doing DL-18s for our sidearms, and I think I found our standardized Mando Squad knife, which is this vibro knife.
Now, do you want it to really vibrate? Because I can do that.
No, we don't. We're not going to do that. But anyway, that's why that's sitting there.
I bet they'd sell better if they vibrated.
I had fun making that. That was a lot of fun. If anybody's interested in it, I combine the files and it just prints in 2 pieces. So if anybody's interested in them, I can print you up a couple if you'd like. They print fairly quick, and they turn out pretty nice. They're easy and quick. They sand up nice, paint real easy. So I had fun with it. I did that all in one night.
Hernan is on.
Hey, Hernan!
Hernan!
Oh, I can't find my hat for Hernan.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Sorry, we don't have any Gorilla Glue within hand's reach.
Guess we do.
I lied.
There you go, Hernan.
How's Tsunami?
But anyway, so I am got a project that I've been working on, and I'm also decided to get rid of a few things. And one thing I've decided to get rid of is
Matt?
this E-11 right here. This is a 90% finished sterling based E-11. And I'm going to part with it. I know it's been in the shop. Everybody's going to be sad. It's been down here forever. But it's an actual sterling submachine gun, fully folding stock. Just like that. But anyway, if anybody might be interested in it, I have T-rails that go with it. I haven't got them on right now. You can message me about it if anybody's interested in it. I am going to list it a few places for sale, but I probably won't do that for a week or so, just to let friends and family or anybody that's interested get first dibs at it. You know what I mean? So that's why it's going up here and nowhere else right now. It has a detachable magazine, 10-round mag. It still needs a cap on the end. I might be able to put something together for that. But
Melvin John Woods. That is amazing.
oh, thank you. But it's a fully deactivated, non-firing, can't shoot, won't be able to shoot. But it's
Hi, Hernan.
6 or 7 pounds. It's got the bolt moves. Does have a moving bolt. So yeah, it's the real deal. So if you're looking for a ultra accurate E-11, this is the ticket, because this is it. That's the real deal. It's a sterling submachine gun with stormtrooper parts on it, or E-11 parts. And we all play with it. Everybody comes down here, picks it up, plays with it, opens the stock, pinches their fingers in the stock, get bit by the stock. Except for Hernan. Hernan, I don't know about shipping this out of the country.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
It's not in the United States. It's not considered a real firearm because it's been deactivated. It's really gun parts. It's not a firearm in the United States, but different countries, different laws.
Hey,
so
he wins the bidding war.
he ought to come up and get it.
Okay.
All right, bidding starts at $200.
No, I have a set price. It's a set price for it. And it's going to finance another project in the workshop. So the money will be well used when it's gone. I will tell you this, from what I heard, the metal E-11s that are floating around that are being made right now, I do believe I'm selling this for less than what those are going for.
Bill Kinney, why do you have to tip me with that? I am in the middle of a Mando build.
Oh, Bill, I'm sorry.
Hey, Mandos can carry E-11s.
Yes, Mandos can carry E-11s. Mandos can carry
Matter of
any
fact,
firearm.
at one particular event, a Mando said, I want to walk the floor. This is years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. He said, I want to walk the floor with your E-11. So he unfolded the stock and walked around like that, and it totally chopped up the look of the gun, and it no longer looked like an E-11, even though it is, but he was walking around with it unfolded. Me, in my Sand Trooper, always walked around with it folded.
Now imagine if you gold-plated this.
No. So, one of the things about this one is the ones they used in the movies were retired from military service. And usually how it works is they go through regular military service, then they go into training where the guys are just learning and the guns aren't very well made. By the time they get retired from training, they are terrible, rusty, chipped up, maybe. And this one's never been refurbished. The ones that have been refurbished, well, yes, it has been refurbished. They were originally chemically blued, and then when they were refurbished, they got a coating on them. And this one has the coating. You see it right there.
Yep.
But I retained as much of the original patina as possible, so it would be as close to a retired Sterling as possible, because that was what was used in Star Wars, and they weren't very pretty. They weren't clean and nice. They were banged and beat up and a little bit rusty, and so that's what that is.
Star Wars and Alien are both used universes.
M9 had
Breached barrel. He said if you say it's an airsoft gun. No, we're not going to do that.
Put an orange tip on it, Chuck.
Put an orange tip on it.
Yeah, that works for eBay and Etsy.
Yeah. No, I'd like it to stay local, though. That'd be cool if it stayed in, like, within the garrison or something like that. But anybody that wants a really cool non-troopable weapon, blaster.
You're only saying that because it weighs 10 pounds.
Well, one, it's heavy and it does wear you out. It gets you right between the shoulder blades when you are in stormtrooper armor with it, because it will scratch and tear up your armor. So you actually hold it off of your armor, and that just gives it more out here. Yeah, it gets heavy. You see me halfway through the con. You see me just walking with it down like this.
Watching for small children. Whack.
Oh, I did hit a little girl one time with it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, she came in underneath the helmet, where you can't see down here, and I was, taking a picture. I pulled it up and I bumped her in the head with it.
Ooh.
It didn't hurt her. She was okay.
Did you hit her twice?
No, I didn't hit her twice. I didn't hit her on the way back down.
Then you're doing better than I do.
Double tap, sir. Double tap.
Unless you have steel armor, yes, Jeff. But anyway, this is going up. It's going to be available. I'm not making it available for about another week, maybe 2 weeks. So that gives people close in around me a chance to pick it up if they would like it. So yeah, that's it. And like I said, it's going for a new project to expand some of our capabilities down here in the workshop.
The workshop universe?
Yeah, it expands the workshop universe. It will allow us to do other things that we've been wanting to do. So,
And that they've been wanting us to do, too.
and yes, I've been getting a lot of requests for me to do certain things, and I need equipment for that. And this is what's going to finance that equipment. So,
Space piracy.
space piracy, yes. So that's going to help out a lot to get the equipment going that we need for new products, really. So,
Yep.
Yeah. And that, my friends, is all I have for tonight. So if anybody has anything to talk about, ask questions about the blaster if you'd like. It is heavy. It is deactivated. It cannot shoot. Will not be able to shoot. It doesn't even have the components. Mainly for weight. A lot of the components that aren't necessary for a blaster,
Like the
aren't
barrel, the retaining nut.
the barrel's gone.
Yeah. I mean, for the breech here. Is that? Yeah.
The barrel and the breech are all one piece.
Oh.
Yeah, and it all goes in. One thing it does do, here you go, check this out, it's pretty cool. One thing it does do is it still will
Open up.
break down. So yeah, you can.
So that way you can put lights in it.
Isn't there also a video where
Yeah.
you took it apart and couldn't get back together?
Yeah, there was a video where I couldn't get it back together. But there it is. Real Sterling. There we go.
Shit, I know that.
Ooh, and it's got the bayonet lug right there.
The stabby bits.
or non like the magazine?
It's an actual magazine, cut down just like they did in the movies to 10 rounds. Now, this is not my first one. I've had many of these. So 34 round mags are big money. They keep going up in price, and you used to be able to get, when you bought one of these, you would get a magazine with it. So at one point I had to start using one magazine, cutting one magazine apart and using it in two different blasters. So the front half went with one blaster, and then the back half went with another blaster. But you can see it right there. What does it say, Rodney?
It says magazine Sterling 9mm 3.4 RDS made in Pakistan.
Let's see.
I'm joking.
No, it's a patent number. It's cut right at the patent number. And that's the proper length. This is the proper length for E-11 for A&H. And I believe ESB is probably about the same.
Weren't the ones in the movie blank firing, some of them?
Yes. The Hero blasters were blank firing, fully functional Sterlings. And this is technically as close as you can get to that. Yes, this is as close as you can get is a deactivated Sterling. So yeah. But the magazine does not have the end cover. I can make an end cover for it. It doesn't have an end cover right now because that went with the other magazine. But this is the magazine end that actually did have that cover on it. So it's already got the little lips for it to slide on. Yeah, I like it, and it's got the scope on it already. Scope rail. Mm-hmm. So, no. So we're probably gonna cut this short tonight. Yeah, because I don't have anything else. We talked about the Mando bucket. Mm-hmm. We talked about Kylo Ren lightsaber, and this will be painted next week. We'll have this. I should have this all painted and ready to go next week, so we'll get to see what the prize is going to be. And
don't forget the hacky slashy sticky pokey.
It's the ROTJ E-11.
The ROTJ E-11 is built on a Model Gun Corporation blank firing replica of a Sterling.
Doesn't it also have the two resistors on the side?
No. They put the stuff on it. But anyway, it also has a totally different greebly set, and it uses a different scope. The scope it uses is the scope that is also on Han Solo's DL-44 from Return of the Jedi. They just put the scope on both of them, and it's actually a custom-made parts. They just threw a bunch of stuff together to kind of make it look like an M38 or an M19, I'm sorry. And that's what they made. So that scope is the exact same that's on the Return of the Jedi DL-44 or DL-44 and E-11. They were proprietary blank ammunition that they fired. So Model Gun Corporation made the blank rounds that went with it, and it fired full automatic blank firing, but it had barrel obstructions and all that stuff, and I don't even think there was a bullet that actually would fit in the magazine or be able to be chambered, but it did fire blanks. Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. Find Model Gun Corporation Sterling full auto, and you'll see it wrap off.
Yeah, all you really need is enough back pressure to be able to pop your...
Yeah, it's blowback operated, but it was a proprietary blank round, and it wouldn't...
Is the extractor still in there?
Huh?
The extractor?
Yes, the extractor is right there. Don't slam it shut, you'll bite my finger.
Slamming it
Pull
shut.
it farther back, you'll see the extractor.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and how you know the extractor is in there, if you turn it over, that's where the extractor goes in.
That makes sense.
It's got the Allen key that sets it there. Yeah. It's a cool gun.
It is a very cool gun.
I like it. Mm-hmm. I like machines is what I like. I'm not really a gun guy. I just
right?
I like mechanical things, and guns are cool mechanical things. They do really cool things really fast. The way certain types of guns cycle, it's amazing. Like the MG34, when I started playing with it, it's got roller bearings on the bolt that roll and lock with the back of the barrel and fires and then rolls, and it does that like 600 to 800 times a minute.
Well, yeah, you'd want to do that. You're shooting a 7.62 cartridge. You got a lot of gas there.
Right. But anyway, it's really cool how I just like, I like watches too. The mechanics of a watch.
Oh, yeah, your collection of Russian watches?
I have a collection of Soviet era watches.
I did find some more, and I thought maybe.
It's cool. I like it's just neat to see stuff like that. Just old Soviet era wristwatches.
Big, beautiful, and clunky.
Yeah, and they're kind of accurate,
Kind of within.
Kind of.
What was the one where it skipped years or something like that?
I had one that would do. You would set it in the dial. This was neat. It would tell you would have to set the year and set the month, and then it would wind and it just keep going, and it would give you the date. So it had a year, month, and then day of the week, and then the actual date. It was the neatest watch. But how was it, like a chronometer? I don't know what they're called. But anyway, the watch was so old that the calendar is out of sync. And I can't remember what year. We figured it out what year I have to wait until the calendar will be back in sync with the months and the days.
The cycle is every 7 years, yeah.
So I think it might actually be now. It's like 2019 or 2020 or something like that. It would start working again. Although it would be the wrong year. It'd be like 1979 or 1960 or something like that. I can't remember.
That was Russia's Y2K crisis.
Yeah, well, that's a cool watch. I haven't had that one out in a long time. But anyway, our contest this month, it's in 2 weeks. It's on the 27th. It'll be 20 questions, trivia, probably going to be Star Wars questions, but there's an outside chance if Matt doesn't get back here in time, I'm going to let Rodney do the questions. Or I might take a night off when Matt gets back and then let him. Rodney can have my seat.
Battle for Endor.
There you go.
And Caravan of Courage.
Soviet watch is fine. It's all the other calendars that are wrong.
That is true, Johnny.
In Soviet Russia, watch tells you time. So anyway, yeah, that's all I got. We had a good group on tonight, though. It was pretty good.
14 people.
Yeah. So I hope everybody comes back next week. Hopefully there will be some real progress on this helmet. I'll have some real stuff to show off. I would love to see the ears in this next week, and I'd love to see the keys in it.
So would we.
Yeah, I know, right? And yeah, and then once it gets close to really being done, it's going to be capped off here, and the visor's going to be filled in, and then we'll start building a stand for it, so it can sit elevated, and we start building the mold for it.
I had to buy 4 pounds of monster clay, so we've got enough to dam everything.
I got 8 pounds of clay over there on this side too, but I'll probably start with pink foam, and then fill in and sculpt everything nice, and add keyways with some clay.
Not like when I tried to make the outer mold out of foam.
You know what? Outer molds are very, very tricky. Very, very tricky.
For those who don't know, the spray foam stuff is heat sensitive, and the resin we use has an exothermic reaction.
Takes a lot of heat.
So, you got anything new? You got anything else? You healing up?
I am healing up.
You
I
get
have
you get new chamber visits.
Yes.
Added. So
and they're
that's
making
good.
me wear another shoe too. So now I'm going to be walking around like Frankenstein's monster.
Okay, cool. And Joe is with us, obviously, and thank you, Joe, for running the board tonight.
Ooh, I do have one thing to tell our studio audience.
Oh,
My daughter.
do you have the button? Are we going to? I know what you're going to. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to tell this because it was very
All right,
interesting.
go ahead and tell it.
My daughter told me yesterday, and I did not believe her until I hit Google, that penguins are highly flammable.
Apparently, if you have a penguin, keep it away from open fire. Kind of like treat it like hairspray. It's the way I've been told.
That would have made a better Happy Feet movie.
Happy Feet movie? No. It was the blubber, right?
Yeah.
It's the blubber. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We're running on fumes tonight, if you can't tell. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Promise next week we'll try to put together a little bit more. We still had fun. I hope everybody else had fun. The E-11, contact me through Messenger or Facebook Messenger. If you're interested in looking into seeing how much I'm asking for it and purchasing it, like I said, I'm gonna put it out in a couple weeks. But right now it's just in this little community right now. So that's all I got. Say goodnight, Rodney.
Good night, Rodney.